Welcome to 2017. This is Ms. Van Wagner. Today we begin our first day of classes for semester 2 and our first day of the new year. I wanted to reach out to those of you in 6th and 7th grade courses to discuss your final project for the end of the semester, and that is creating a PSA or a public service advertisement. Both 6th and 7th graders will be creating their own PSA about their own choice of an important social issue. That can be something like bullying, anti-smoking, anti-drug, anything that affects society at large. So I have the student guide, which will be available to you at the end of the semester when you reach this assignment. It is a PDF file that I will also share with you in the assignments folder in your Microsoft 365 email OneDrive. Basically, it's two components. One is a print advertisement, something that you would see as a flyer or a poster, and then a plan for a video PSA. Think of it as a commercial for your chosen social issue. You do not actually have to create the video. The storyboard that I'll show you in just a moment will be enough. However, if you choose to go further than the actual storyboard, perhaps you're an artist and can draw, you can actually create it on paper, take a photo, and upload it that way. If you'd like to do a radio broadcast similar to the podcast that I'm doing for this video presentation, that's absolutely fine. Audacity is free. You can record that way. If you would like to do a video and actually record your PSA, that's fine as well. If you have any additional ideas, that's fine too. You can just send me an email and we can make sure that it meets all the requirements. If it doesn't, I might have some suggestions for you and we can go from there. So basically, here's your summary. In this assignment, you will publicize an important issue. Again, this is of your choice. Consider issues that have come up in texts that you have read recently. Research the issue. Research means that you go out online, in books, in articles, reliable sources, you know what they are, and you create a plan for your print PSA and video PSA. That means that you have an idea as to the issue that you want to cover, but just because you've heard it before or you've been taught things about it before doesn't mean that you know all there is to know about that issue. So the research is a requirement. Your plan should include a storyboard that reflects a compelling visual presentation with evidence to support the issue you chose. And this is going to be very important as you will have to include the citations for the work that you include in your PSA. So there's different steps. The first one is to choose a topic, brainstorm things that you might like to say about your issue, and then finally choose one message and you're going to use that as your claim. Think of this as an argumentative or a persuasive paper, but instead of having to write the essay, you're doing it with visuals and captions. Second step is to research your project topic. Using internet searches, credible sources again, such as newspapers, magazines, government, educational, and organizational websites. Make sure you read the articles, look for relevant facts, statistics, details, descriptions, quotations, any example that you can find that will support your view on your message or claim. Okay, and again, keep track of where you get your information. Make sure you copy and paste the links, that you know what the articles' names are, that who wrote it, all of those things. Step 3 is to outline your ideas to make sure that things follow a specific order, sometimes chronological if that fits your specific topic choice, other times using it by the facts that you have, like the statistics that can drive your organization. So it just depends on what your topic is, but outline it and make sure all your key components are part of your outline so that it ends up in your final storyboard. Then step 4 is to create the storyboard for the video PSA. I'm going to show you the template in just a minute, but you can do it by hand. You can work on the computer. Just make sure if you write it by hand that everything is clear. One storyboard panel for each key idea, and on each panel you're going to include some type of visual, clip art, or sketch, a description of what will happen, including any spoken or written text, diagrams, and audio information, and include the source for the evidence, the research that you did for that piece of information. This is one single panel, so your artwork would go in the box, and then your description and source would go below it on the lines, and make sure you save as you go. The fifth step is to create your print ad, and again, think of this as a flyer or as a poster. Make sure that you have a slogan. Make sure that all of your sources for both images and information are included. Remember to save. And finally, do your evaluation before you revise and submit. Make sure that you can answer all of these questions with a positive statement. Okay? And then when you're going to upload it. So now let's look at, that's exactly what you have. This is the, where is my Word document? There it is. This is the template that you can download with your PDF file with the instructions. It's recommended that you have 9 slots as a minimum. So each one of these would be a picture. Underneath you would have any text that you would be including and an explanation as to what was going on. Remember, a video you wouldn't have to have an explanation because you would see what's happening. In picture form, you'd have to explain what's happening, and then you need to make sure that you include your citation, your source, where did that information come from. An example of one is here. If you can see this. There we go. And this one is an anti-littering campaign and recycling campaign. So you have your images, you have your information. And again, if this is a think of this as a cartoon, you want to make sure that your dialogue or your captions are something that's easy to understand, not too much text per box. But here it says, guilt audience about using plastic bags with cute pictures of animals. This is part of that persuasive aspect of the assignment. You're trying to convince your audience to believe what your claim is in the presentation. Okay, there's also a rubric available with this assignment, but as always, I am here for you. I just want you to start thinking about this now so that you don't have to do all of the work at the end of the semester. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, message me. Most of you know by now that texting is the easiest and fastest way to get a hold of me. But I'm really excited for this semester. I'm really excited to get into your classrooms and visit with you as much as I possibly can. If you know your schedule is changing this semester, as some of you do, early release or late entry into your schools, if you work on your classwork at home, because of that, there's not a lot of time during the day for me to see you, but we can certainly schedule a FaceTime, a Skype for Business, a Uvu, a Google Hangout, any type of online virtual meeting, even if it's just to say hello. Again, welcome back. I'm excited. I hope you are too. You'll be so surprised how quickly this semester will go. So try really hard to stay on top of your pacing calendar this semester. I'm going to try to catch you really early if you seem to be falling behind for whatever reason, just to make sure that we don't have this rush at the end of the semester to make sure that we move on to your next grade. Again, my cell phone number is 404-576-1977, and you are free to text it at any time. You can call it. However, if I'm in a school, I obviously cannot answer the phone. So you have a fantastic first day, fantastic first week, fantastic first month, and I will see you soon.